Hey guys, what's going on? So with the release of Jubilee's event, it's time to update our legendary character farming guide. So in this video, we're going to go over all of the legendary characters that there are, which there are 11. 2 of them are permanently farmable, meaning that you just get the characters that are required for them and you can permanently unlock them. And those characters are Iron Man and Nick Fury. Surprisingly, Star-Lord came out before Nick Fury, but they're making Nick Fury one of those permanent characters to farm. Alright, so let's get into this. We're going to go in the order that they are most recently released. So Jubilee, for example, will be the first, Doc Ock will be the second, and then it'll be going back to when the first character was released. And so we have Jubilee, and Jubilee requires Pimtech. Pimtech is pretty easy to farm. 3 of them are in nodes, 1 is in Blitz, and 1 is in War. I wish there was more variation. I wish there was a raid character in there, but basically Ghost is in War, Stature, Wasp, and Yellow Jacket are at node farms, and Ant-Man is in the Blitz store. He will be your easiest character to get and to farm. I will also say that these 2 might occasionally have an event that happens maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years, where you can get a ton of T4s. This event is a one-time event, so if you've already done it, you can't do it again, but just be on the lookout for that. They occasionally bring that out, but who knows, it depends. But yeah, like I said, Ghost is going to be in the War Store. Stature, Wasp, and Yellow Jacket are node farms. Yellow Jacket is a later node. Stature should be farmable for the most part for people that have been playing for some time. And then Ant-Man, of course, is just in the Blitz store. For Blitz characters, if you're starting brand new and don't know which legendary characters you want to go for, I would say do the Blitz orbs. Same with the raid characters, go with the raid orbs, because there are a ton of legendary characters that require Blitz characters. For example, Star-Lord, you don't even need to do any node farms to unlock Star-Lord, and that's what I would personally recommend if I were starting off, just because node farms take the longest time to farm, and thus you should save it for characters that don't have multiple options to unlock that character. So that's it for Jubilee. Jubilee's event also requires a higher than normal legendary requirement, so be on the lookout for that in the future. It is pretty much gear tier 11. I think you can beat it for the most part with some good red stars on these characters, with ISO on them as well. I wouldn't stress that too much. For the most part, if you take them all to gear 11, you should be able to beat it pretty easily. Ghost is great in Dark Dimensions 4, so you may want to take her up anyways. I didn't have any trouble with the Jubilee event, but I just wanted to warn you guys of that. Next up, we have Doc Ock. And Doc Ock requires X-Force. So we have Deadpool, Cable, Negasonic, Domino, and X-23. Deadpool is in the Arena store, Cable is in the War store and also on a node farm, Negasonic is on a node farm, Domino is in the Blitz orb, not in the Blitz store, and X-23 is in the War store. Cable, for example, I would say only get him through his node farm, because those War store credits are very rare that you get them, so I would definitely go for X-23 out of this if you're going to go for a red war credit character. Again, X-Force is pretty easy. This event isn't super crazy to unlock them. I would say a good minimum is probably gear tier 8, level 16, you can unlock him, but X-23 is great in a real-time arena, so if you want to level her up some more, that'd be great as well. I will say X-Force also is a good counter to Marauders on war defense, so just, some advice if you're looking for a team to build up, they are pretty great. X-23 can also be used to unlock Magneto as well, so be on the lookout for that, but these other 4 cannot, because they are not X-Men or Brotherhood characters the way that Magneto is. Next up, we have Ebony Maw, and Ebony Maw requires Black Bolt and 4 other Inhumans. So the other Inhumans that are pretty easy to farm, or that are only farmable, Yo-Yo is currently not farmable, is Crystal, Karnak, Miss Marvel, and Quake. Crystal's in the Arena store, Karnak, Miss Marvel are on node farms, and Quake is in the Arena store as well. And then Black Bolt you have to get from his legendary event, and that's what we'll be going over next. Black Bolt requires Asgardians, but again, we'll go over that in the next tab. Yo-Yo is only available in premium orbs, which really sucks. She's a pretty great character, especially on this team, but you just want to stick through with this 1 through 5 for the most part. Let's move on to Black Bolt and how you get him. Thor is in the raid store, Heimdall is in arena, Sif is in the war store, Loki and Hela are on node farms. These are the only characters that you can use to unlock Black Bolt. As they've gone on, they've kind of restricted it more and more on what characters you can use to unlock them. I will say none of these characters really correlate with the hero or villain that they unlock, which kind of sucks. It kind of ruins the story of Marvel Strike Force and like what's going on in that. But I will say Hela and Loki can also be used to unlock Phoenix, so if you're looking for a 2-for-1, that's a good way to go. I will say Hela might not be available as early as the other Mystic villains that are required for Phoenix. So if you want to go a different route for Mystic villains, that's what I would recommend, especially because I think you can unlock Phoenix before you even get to Hela's node. But yeah, not really much else to say. Again, Thor's in the raid store, Heimdall's in arena, Sif is in the war store, Loki and Hela are on node farms. So Invisible Woman requires Sinister 6, Rhino and Electro are in the Blitz store, Mysterio's in the Raid store / Raid Orb, Vulture and Swarm are in the Arena store, and then Green Goblin, Shocker are on node farms, and then of course you can use Doc Ock to unlock Invisible Woman as well if you want to go that route. It may be easier. You have a bunch of characters that are not node farms. I will say with Arena credits, don't count on using multiple Arena characters to unlock a certain legendary, because Arena credits, I haven't even finished up the Arena store and I'm almost 1100 days in. So be careful about planning. Again, I would just say you probably at the least want to go Rhino, Mysterio, Vulture, Electro, and then maybe Green Goblin. And that will give you your 5 to unlock Invisible Woman. You can also use these characters to unlock Shuri. There's actually a faster route to unlock Shuri just through the Blitz store or Blitz orbs, which I think that's the way you should. If you see a character available in there for a legendary, definitely go that route, because that farm is super easy to get through, especially if you blitz a lot and are trying to be competitive with getting new characters or old characters that you don't have shards for. But again, that does it for Invisible Woman. I would recommend just Rhino, Mysterio, Vulture, Green Goblin, and then Electro. Or you could sub out Vulture for Swarm. Or you could even just say, I don't really want Invisible Woman right now, and just go for X-Force. Next up is Phoenix, and she requires Mystic Villain Controller, so we have Ronin, Mordo, Nobu, Hand Assassin, Loki, and Hela. Ronin is in the Raid store / Raid Orb, Mordo is in the Arena store, Nobu, Hand Assassin, Loki, and Hela are all on node farms, but like I said, these 3 are going to be probably more available for newer characters, people that aren't level 70 before Hela will. So if you can get Hand Assassin leveled up in time, then you can unlock Phoenix. I believe Phoenix is still a 6-star unlock, which requires these characters to be 6 stars as opposed to just 5. I think she's the only character that does that. I don't think they've changed that in history. I really wouldn't know, because I haven't needed to farm for Phoenix in a long time. But I will say Hela is definitely way better than Hand Assassin, so if you're looking to level up characters that are a little bit better, then definitely go this route. Phoenix did have a weird requirement, but I think with the introduction of ISO 8, it's not as strict anymore, and plus I didn't even hit that requirement when I unlocked Phoenix. I would just say gear tier 10 for Mordo and Loki if you're trying to beat it and you're struggling, and then leave these others at maybe gear tier 8, gear tier 9, level 60. But yeah, you can definitely go the Hela route, but I just think it might take you a little bit longer to unlock Phoenix that way. And I honestly think you can probably unlock Phoenix before you unlock Ultron if you go with these 5. Next up, we have Shuri, and Shuri has a lot of characters that can be used to unlock her. So we have Rhino, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Electro are all in the Blitz store. You can unlock Shuri with just you doing Raid Orbs and doing Blitz Orbs, because also we have Mysterio in the Raid Orb. He's the only Raid character that you can use to unlock her. Then Vulture again is in the Arena. Green Goblin and Shocker are on node farms. Venom's on a node farm. Carnage is strictly in the War store. Symbiote Spider-Man is not really farmable. Doc Ock has his legendary event. You can get Symbiote Spider-Man in the Milestone Orbs, but I would not count on using him to unlock Shuri. Swarm is in the Arena Star, and then Anti-Venom and Scream are not farmable just yet. I think they'll probably become farmable pretty soon, because I believe that Symbiotes are going to be replaced as the best raid team with Jubilee being out, so I think they'll probably pull back the reins on how available they are. But again, really, Shuri can be super easy to get if you just go Rhino, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Mysterio, and then Electro. Again, you would not need to farm any node farms for that. Save those node farms for characters that really require them. So next up we have Magneto, and Magneto has a ton of characters that you can use to unlock him. There's 2 legendary characters that you could use to unlock him. There's also Wolverine, who you're given daily. But let's go ahead and go through where all these characters are from. Wolverine doing dailies. You get 5 shards per day just by doing your dailies and stuff. Toad is in the Blitz store. Sabretooth's in the Raid Orb / Raid store. Cyclops is in the Raid store / Raid Orb. Juggernaut's in the Arena store. Blob is in the Arena store. Mystique, Psylocke, Storm, and Colossus are all all node farms. Pyro's in the War Store. Phoenix is a legendary character, so you can just go and unlock her and then come back for Magneto. Beast is not yet farmable. X-23 is in the War Store, and she's also required for Doc Ock. Kitty Pryde, Iceman, and Bishop are not yet farmable, and Jubilee has her own legendary event. So if you want to wait that long till you unlock Jubilee and Phoenix, and then go maybe Wolverine, Toad, and Cyclops to unlock, or go X-23 to unlock him, that's fine as well. I think you can accidentally get Magneto, honestly. Same thing with Shuri. You can accidentally get Shuri just by opening Blitz orbs and a ton of raid orbs. So I would really not stress Magneto or Shuri too much. Same with Star-Lord as well. I will say Star-Lord is a great character to unlock. Also, Magneto is really solid with Mr. Sinister, who is farmable. And Emma Frost is not yet farmable, but if you ran a Brotherhood Emma Marauders team with Sabretooth, Mystique, Blob, Mr. Sinister, Magneto, or Emma Frost, I think that is a great team that you could run in Arena to start off if you're free to play. But yeah, that basically does it for him. Again, you can accidentally get Magneto just by playing consistently in this game and going for orbs and stuff. Next up, we have Nick Fury, and Nick Fury is going to be constantly farmable, meaning that there's not a date requirement to unlock him, and he requires Kree minions. Does not make sense at all. But let's go over it. So Kree Royal Guard is in the Blitz Store / Blitz Orb. Kree Oracle is in the Raid Store / Raid Orb. Kree Reaper, Kree Cyborg, and Kree Noble are all node farms. I believe Kree Noble is the only one that has double. You can farm her node twice. I don't remember off the top of my head, but these last three have node farms. You can get Nick Fury pretty quickly as well. Nick Fury is not a top character, but you can use Nick Fury to unlock Iron Man 2. As well. But again, I wouldn't really run to Nick Fury. I think Magneto is probably your best bet, and then he can be a background character. The really only good spot for him is probably on War Defense with Coulson. But other than that, he's not really too exciting of a character. And as we get closer to the beginning of the legendary characters, you can tell that. Next up, we have Star-Lord, back when legendary events kind of made sense, and he requires Guardians or Ravagers. So there's a ton of characters in the Blitz Store, and two raid orb characters that you can use to unlock him. Mantis, Ravager Boomer, and Gamora all are in the Blitz Store / Blitz Orb. Rocket Raccoon and Ravager Stitcher are in the Raid Orb / Raid Store. Drax is in the Arena Store. Yondu, Ravager Bruiser, and Groot are on node farms. Ravager Bruiser is also in the War Store, but please do not use war credits to unlock Ravager Bruiser. Again, Star-Lord is honestly a really good character that if you can unlock as soon as possible, the better off you will be. I know Yondu has some early node farms, but if you don't really care about Star-Lord and just kind of want to make the most, use the minimum roster that you can to make the most of what you have, I would definitely go with these 5 and not use any node farms to unlock them. You could go the Drax route, but there's a ton of arena characters that are probably better off to use anyways. Finally, we have Iron Man, and Iron Man just requires shield characters. There's a ton of shield characters in game. So Shield Trooper is in the Raid Store. Quake is in the Arena Store. Shield Security is in the Arena Store and has a node farm. Shield Medic has a node farm. Hawkeye has a node farm. Captain America has a node farm. Shield Operative has a node farm and is in the War Store. Shield Assault is a node farm. Black Widow is a node farm. Nick Fury has his own legendary event, which will be more consistent. And then Coulson and Yo-Yo are not really farmable. Coulson is in the Milestone Orb, and Yo-Yo is in the Premium Orbs. So I would definitely just go this route. Again, with Iron Man, you don't really need to sprint to unlock him. You will accidentally unlock him. Opening raid orbs will probably get you enough of Shield Operative to get him there. You'll have to go for Quake anyways to unlock Ebony Maw. Nick Fury's event's pretty easy to get. And then basically Shield Security, Shield Medic, or Hawkeye is probably the better route to go, or you could go with Captain America as well. I will say Wave 1 Avengers kind of got a rework, so they are a lot better than they used to be. And I think Wave 1 Avengers will be a team that constantly gets reworked each year. I don't think they'll be a top tier team, but I think they'll be a mid tier team just because, you know, newer people probably want to build up the Avengers. I definitely want to build up Wave 1 Avengers. They seem exciting to me, and you know, it's the Avengers. So but yeah, that's going to do it for our legendary character farming guide. Let me know if I miss any characters. Occasionally when I make these, I just kind of space out certain characters. I know, for example, I occasionally space out Yo-Yo just because she is an Inhuman and I don't really think of her as a shield person. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you have any questions or anything specifically. I do want to address... I get this question a lot. Basically, you have to wait for, other than Nick Fury and for Iron Man, you have to just wait for these legendary events to come around, and there's about one every week. So there's a ton of legendary characters. The earlier characters that I did in this video, if you get those characters before the later characters, I think your roster will be better off, but a lot of those character nodes are not available till later on towards the end of the game. I always recommend try and get the campaigns done as soon as possible. I know campaign nodes require certain levels, so if you can reach a point in the game where you're beating campaign nodes and then you're hitting a level lock, that's probably the best way to go, just so you can start preparing for the other campaign nodes. I'm going to do a campaign node guide that will hopefully help you walk through the campaign nodes super easy. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. On this channel, I do guides, I do orb openings, and I do streams, and I do all sorts of other Marvel Strike Force stuff. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.